Welcome to Nathan's Mind Movies. Episode 5. Questions. I was interviewing for a teaching job in Vietnam when the hiring manager casually said, "I see you have the African blood." He was looking down at my CV when he said it, and it sounded so casual, so matter-of-fact, that I wondered if I had put African blood on my resume and somehow forgotten about it. Yeah, I have African blood," I said. He looked at me and smiled warmly. "Can you singing and dancing?" Not really. A little bit, but no, not well." He frowned. "Oh. Because I know that people with the African blood can usually dance so beautifully. I don't know how, but they do it so well." He paused and stared off into the distance, as if watching a group of choreographed black dancers in his mind's eye. "I hoped that maybe you could sing and dance for the children, but if you can't do it, then please don't even try, because the children will be so disappointed if you are not good, and it will be sad." I agreed. It would be sad. I pictured a classroom of unimpressed Asian students, watching with apathy while I stood in front of the class doing my best attempt at a John Legend song, failing miserably. "'Cause all of me loves all of the class, and I am a black man singing, and I'm innately good at singing. Come on, clap your little hands." "Mr. Nathan," a bold student would interrupt, "this just isn't working." The exchange at the interview wasn't surprising. While living abroad, I've had a number of strange interactions about race. One night, after I got off stage, an audience member motioned me over to his table. He spoke in a low and serious tone. "I want to talk to you about something. I enjoy your work. Really, I do," he said. "But there is something that you never talk about. You know it, and I know it. And I want to say to you, don't you ever forget who you are. Be proud of your heritage. You are Indian." He gave me a firm handshake and held it, waiting for my reply. I'm not Indian at all, but I didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable, so I just kind of went along with it. "You're right, sir," I said. "Thank you so much." Or as we say in India, merci beaucoup. Part of this confusion is because I'm half black and half white, and sometimes look like different things. Now I'm comfortable, but when I was a teenager, I experienced something of a racial identity crisis. I grew my hair into a large afro to embrace my black side, and dyed it blonde, in homage to my white side. I looked weird. My head looked like a large dandelion. If a strong wind blew, my head would pollinate a large field, and next season, other awkward black nerds would grow there. This, along with my bad skin and chubby frame, made me a very unfortunate-looking 14-year-old. My dad recognized my cry for help, so he decided to take me to Nigeria, his home country. "You will not need to worry about your race there," he said. I was enjoying my trip when one day in his village, I saw her. An old Nigerian woman locked eyes with me and began a slow walk toward me. I could tell that she was going to ask me something, and I braced myself to yet again have to explain my race. She got to me and motioned for me to come close. Are you? She paused and studied me with curiosity, a confused, chubby teenager, with features of a white mother and African father resting under a large bleach blonde afro. Are you a boy or a girl? I walked away to find my father and tell him that he was right. In Nigeria, my race wasn't a problem. However, I realized that I had bigger things to worry about. Nathan's Mind Movies are written and narrated by me, Nathan Adeshina. I really hope you enjoyed today's story. If you did and you want to listen to previous episodes, you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, as well as iTunes. And if you have any suggestions or questions for me, you can reach me directly at nathansmindmovies@gmail.com. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go back into my head and meet you next time with a story to tell. Take care.